Good afternoon, Toastmasters, Bright Arts, and my dear guests. I welcome you all to Bright Arts meeting number 11, Elevate. And like how fantastic this day is going to be, you are all about to, experience. To just continue from my previous speech, if some of you might know, I think today is going to be like the battle royal of Bright Arts giving public speeches. With that note, let's start with a quick activity. Let's consider this is team A and this side is team B. I'll count 1, 2, 3, and at the count of 4, you guys should shout elevate. Okay, let's get started. 1, 2, 3.
Elevate.
Okay, let's see how this team performs. 1, 2, 3.
Elevate.
Wow. Nowhere it's matching. Let's now do a little mix up. I'll just show hands. Like say, you guys should say 1, 2, and then I can mix the order. Okay. 1,
2, 3, 4.
Now, for 4, you guys should now say elevate. Okay? Let's do it again.
1, 2, 3. Elevate.
Cool. So, with that, I would like to get started with what Toastmasters is all about and its mission is about. Toastmasters is a non-profit organization which helps to build your communication and leadership skills. Founded in 1924 in Englewood, Colorado. Currently, Toastmasters has more than 270,000 members, and there are nearly 14,000 plus clubs across 148 countries. And at Bright Arts, we provide a supportive environment for all of you to learn your communication and leadership skills. On that note, there are a few basic ground rules for the meeting to run smoothly. I will mention them. First, if you have your mobile phones, please put them on silence or switch them off. I'll give you 20 seconds. Okay. I hope all of you have done it. So at Toastmasters, we are very mindful and respectful about whenever we speak about sex, religion and politics. So whenever you are on stage, be mindful of the same. And whenever please do not cross talk whenever a speech is going on stage. Whenever there is an applause, you can do that. And please don't enter or leave the meeting when a speaker is giving a speech. So apart from that, so this is the designated way when you are coming to stage, how you should be coming. And then I will be having the mics. You can get the mics from me and return it back to me. And few general updates are, restrooms are towards my left over here. And then snacks will be provided at the backstage. With that, I would like to introduce the presiding officer for today. So in short, if I have to describe, she is the queen of Bright Arts. But the long description would go too long, so I will just keep it to like she is a champion, public speaker, evaluator, and she is also the co-founder of Bright Arts. As professionally, she works as a program manager in London Stock Exchange Group. With that, give a big round of applause to welcome Arundhati Basu to the stage.
That's enough, I think. Akshay has to showcase that he's back. Good evening, fellow Bright Arts and Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Well, we'll try once more. Good evening.
Good evening.
That's better. I'm gonna... Tarun, can you hear me fine? Yeah, so I probably don't need this. I'm so conscious with the mic. Right, so today, like Wasim said, it's one of the milestones, one of the many milestones of Bright Arts Toastmasters. We are going to have the longest ever speech marathon where we'd have 8 speakers battle it out, and then you'd have 8 brilliant evaluators assess how well their speakers did. Elevate is one of a kind that I'm very excited about, and I'm sure all of you are. We'd love to hear from some faces that we are seeing for the first time here in our meeting. Before we proceed, on that note, I'd like to open meeting number 11 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. We have a fellow Toastmaster who's visiting Bright Hearts for the first time, and he comes from a college club called ABBS Toastmasters. It is also a club that was founded by a very close friend of mine, so that's why that club has a special place for me. Let me first welcome Toastmaster Tarun to say a hello to Bright Hearts. Welcome, Tarun. Would you like to say a hello?
Hello, good afternoon. I don't need a mic, I guess.
No, this you can hold, yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. How was your day today? Looking at you all on a Sunday, it's very good for me, as I thought I was going to be alone here. But yeah, you guys cheered me up. So, you guys are from a corporate club, we are from a college club. I would request all of you just come once to our club and share your expertise, because my club needs a lot of expertise from senior Toastmasters. And also we are a very new club, we are just 1 year old. All of us are college students, our club is not even run by the classes or association, we run it ourselves. So all your expertise would be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tarun. Indeed, college clubs have a very unique flavor of their own, and Bright Hearts will only add to that flavor. So I'm sure one day all of us will definitely visit. I for once will surely come, and I make it a point I come there with the person who founded ABBS for that matter. Thank you, Tarun. On that note, we have another fellow Toastmaster here who I think has visited Bright Hearts, but it would be nice for us to hear from him. He comes from a club called Eloquence Elixir. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pranay. Welcome to Bright Hearts.
Good evening, everyone. This is Pranay Sagar from Eloquence Elixir Toastmaster, and I am very happy to be part of Bright Hearts Toastmaster as an audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranay. Let me tell you one funny anecdote. So, Eloquence Elixir Toastmasters Club is based in a place called Uttarahalli. Oh yeah, some people are already twitching brows thinking where it is. It's in Bangalore, but for anybody traveling from HSR, it feels a little bit like going to Pluto. But Pranay, for that matter, as fast as he came from Uttarahalli, that fast he said the hello. So Pranay had no pauses, he went straight on. But thank you, Pranay, such a pleasure having you here. Then we have another guest who's come here once before as well, but again would be great to hear a hello from. I am so sorry I've forgotten your name, but if you want to come and say a hello.
That's Malik.
Malik, yes. Hello Malik. I was so confused whether it's a P at the end or M at the end, and I didn't want to pronounce it correctly. Please go ahead.
Hi everyone. Lovely to be here. So I was out of town for a couple of weeks, hence I couldn't be here. But lovely to be here and looking forward to this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Malan, for coming. The fact that you've come here once more just gives us the faith that we are doing it the right way, which is the right way. Let's go. All right. So then amongst the audience today, very fortunately, I have a Toastmaster here whom I've known for a little bit as a part of a previous club I was part of. And what I'm going to tell you is he comes from a legacy, a family heritage of Toastmaster, because his father is an equally reputed Toastmaster. But today, let's concentrate on this fellow Toastmaster of ours. Please welcome Toastmaster Siddharth Bansal. Hi Siddharth, how are you? You just want to say hello to the club.
Yeah, sorry for being late today. I'm generally never late, but traveling around 15 to 16 kilometers generally gets a little late. And my name is Siddharth. I'm part of the Eloquence Auxiliary Toastmasters Club. It's in Uttarahalli, and it's a community club as well. So just glad to be a part of here and meeting Arundhati once again. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Siddharth. I would echo that Siddharth's usually never late, because all the while I have known Siddharth, he would be there at least 10 minutes before the meeting starts. But I have a question for Siddharth. Siddharth, is your sister also a Toastmaster? Somebody in the family spared, but for everybody's benefit, Siddharth's father, distinguished Toastmaster Rajkumar Bansal, is also a very renowned and reputed Toastmaster of the fraternity. So like I said, he carries a legacy. And then I am going to now call upon somebody who is going to almost going to be a bright heart very soon. So let's hear and see how he's feeling about his soon to coming up transition. Please help me welcome Twinshu. Twinshu, how are you?
Hey everyone, it's glad to see a lot of people today, and let's see how it goes. Today is Elevate, and that's why I was so excited to listen to too many prepared speeches. So glad to see, and hope we all enjoy, and we are going to sure enjoy a lot today. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Twinshu. I can definitely say he will definitely enjoy Bright Fest because he's already dancing around while speaking. But thank you so much for that. Right, so we have a full house, quite literally today. So glad to see this. Looking forward to 8 amazing speeches and 8 amazing evaluations. On that note, I'd like to call upon the person who will be conducting this entire contest for us. He's one of our newbie, now no more newbie, old first chartered bright heart, but somebody who's grown so well, who's applying Toastmaster in his regular professional workspace. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the dependable bright heart Toastmaster Gautam Surishetty.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible to the last? Yes. Welcome to the prepared speeches contest of Elevate presented by Bright Hearts. How many of you are excited for today? I'm equally excited. Let's see how it goes. My name is Gautam Surishetty and I will be the contest master for this contest. I will now read out the rules of the prepared speech contest in a brief. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be paid member of Bright Hearts Toastmasters and must deliver a speech in line with the Pathway project. For this contest, I declare all the contestants are eligible to participate. Contestants must create their own speeches and the speeches must be substantially original. 25% or less the speech may be devoted to quoting, paraphrasing or referencing another person's content. Any quoted, paraphrased or referenced content must be so identified during the speech presentation. Contestants must not reference another contestant or a speech presented by another contestant for this contest. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area designated during the briefing. This is the border that everyone needs to follow. This is the front line and these are the sideways. All contestants will speak for the same speaking area designation during the briefing. Speech timings is 5 minutes to 7 minutes. Contestants who speaks for less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timings will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This usually is the first word uttered by the contestant but would include any other communication such as sound effects or stage acts to any other person, etc. The judges, contestants, functionaries and sergeant at arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the locations of the timers. Here are the 2 timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing devices. The green card will be displayed at 5 minutes and remain for on for 1 minute. The yellow card will be displayed at 6 minutes and will be remain on for 1 minute. The red card will be displayed at 7 minutes and remain on until the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post the overtime. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for judges to mark their ballots, and silence would be maintained after the last contestant of the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. The chief judge for today is Chandrima Dharmaraj. Can we all applaud for Chandrima? Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number, contestant name, speech title, and then contestant name. We have 8 contestants in today's contest. Speaking order was randomly determined during the contestant briefing. The order as is follows. Contestant number 1, Neville Shah. Contestant number 2, Soumya Suchismita. Contestant number 3, Ashwin Raj. Contestant number 4, Akshay Abraham Oman. Contestant number 5, Ruchi Jain. Contestant number 6, Rauful Azam. Contestant number 7, Arna Gupta. And last but not the least, contestant number 8, Vishnu Pradeep. I confirm that all contestants are present in the room. The judges, contest officials and contestants have all been briefed and we are now ready to begin the contest. Here are few reminders before we begin. No one will be allowed in or out the room when a contestant is speaking. If you have to enter or leave the room, please do so during the 1 minute interval or after the contest. Kindly ensure that all your electronic noise producing devices such as mobiles, tablets are switched off or turn off mode or silent mode. I will give you 5 seconds to do this again.
Make an announcement that all evaluators are reminded that they get 5 minutes after each speaker to make their notes, post which Sergeant at Arms will come and collect the paper. If they wish to, they can go back and make their notes. Just wait now and then.
Just a note, all the evaluators will be given 5 minutes after the speaker speaks, and the notes will be collected by the Sergeant at Arms and at the back. Done? Clear?
Evaluators, if you can read this one, so for all the evaluators in the room, you will get 5 minutes after your target speaker has finished giving the speech, after which Priyash, the Sergeant at Arms, will come and collect the notes. You can choose to sit here and make the notes or go back and make the notes as well.
Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the prepared speech contest of Elevate presented by Bright Hearts Toastmasters. In order to maintain the uniformity of all contestants, we will maintain 1 minute of silence before I call the first contestant. Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before I call the first contestant. Thank you. Just a small note, make sure that you are using the stage properly. This is the last boundary on the left hand side. This should not be crossed. And on the right hand side we have a marking, and you should not cross the right hand side marking as well. And towards the front we also have one tape mark. Please make sure you are not crossing that. With this, I will call upon the stage our first contestant, number 1, Neville Shah. Just an audio check.
Yes.
Yeah. Just an audio check. Today is a bright day. Can you repeat this?
Today is a bright day. No, I'm checking the lows. Today is a bright day.
Great. So, contestant number 1, Neville Shah. Ring the bell. Ring the bell, Neville Shah.
Let me take you back to my childhood. Around 10 years old, I was the most mischievous kid. I and my sister were visiting my grandparents that summer afternoon. And as being the most mischievous kid, I and my sister were the strong contenders for the Nobel Prank Prize. If I can bet you all in this room that nobody could defeat us when it came to pranks. And that afternoon, we had a brilliant plan. Let's climb up the stairs to the first floor and ring the bell. And after that, run back down the stairs and wait for our grandparents to open the door. As we saw them open the door, my nanny came up outside. She opened the door and she looked left, she looked right, And that smile turned into a disgruntled look. Frustrated, she slammed the door and went back inside. Me and my sister rushed back to the first floor and started ringing the bell again. And as our Nani opened the door again, Nani, we have left our mother behind and come to stay with you for this summer vacation. That disgruntled look turned into a big smile, and she gave us both a warm hug. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A very warm hug, just like my Nani used to give it to you all today. And let me ask you, how many of you have had such memorable memories with your grandparents? Raise your hands. Most of us in this room have had so many memories with our grandparents. Me too had so many memories with my grandparents. And I decided last Christmas, let me pull that mischievous Neville again out of the pocket. And I went again to my Nani's place in Mumbai, climbed up those stairs again to the first floor and rang the bell. This time, I left a box of pav bhaji outside the door and rushed back downstairs. Looking again from the ground floor, what happens this time? And as my Nani walked to the door, she opened the door. She looked left. She looked right. Ooh, my yummy pav bhaji! Yummy! She picked that up and she went inside. My mischievous self turned into dismay. As from the bottom ground floor, I saw her. Her face had become so frail in 6 months' time period. Her skin was lurking from her hands, just like my suit from this skeleton. And as I climbed up those stairs, I was filled with dismay and hurt as I saw her. But as I rang the bell again, she came out, opened the door with that same warm smile, gave me a big hug. That evening, I saw her break the bread, dip it in the pav bhaji, and relish the taste of it. 6 months apart, I decided after that Christmas that I want to build my own startup. My life became a hustle and bustle. I was chasing deadlines after deadlines. I was going from from client meetings to investor meetings. I had no time for my family. I was coding day in, day out, sleeping for 4 hours. And I ignored all the calls which I used to get from my grandmother. Every time she used to say, call me, I used to say, tomorrow. And the days passed by and the mental toll of the startup started taking over me. And that's when I realized I need to take a pause. I took a pause and I thought, tomorrow I will visit my Nani. Tomorrow I will go her, ring that bell again, get that warm hug from her. And suddenly, as if life was mocking me, I twisted my knee. I had a ligament tear. I couldn't walk. I was limping my way through life, as if life had stopped for me. When I thought I would travel, I would spend time with my family, again life had taken a twist. And that's when I heard my phone ring. Your Nani is in the hospital. She is not well. That was my mom on the other side. She is on the ventilator and doctors are saying, we don't know how much more time she has left. In that moment, I was standing on a walker and it felt like the entire world had crashed in front of me. My phone fell just like this bell and the moment just paused in front of me. As if the life was telling me there may be never a tomorrow. We all consider that we will have a tomorrow. We all think that tomorrow is something which is promised. We think that we will contact them tomorrow, we will call them tomorrow. We just go into the hustle bustle of life and we take on the rat's race. If there's someone, my dear fellow Toastmasters, I guess, that you're wishing to call today, or you have been postponing to call to tomorrow. Is there someone you want to meet tomorrow, but you have been postponing it every other day? Is there someone you want to say some words, but you're holding back for some reason? Go back, ring that bell, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. The bell can get broken, but this time, if you go back and talk to them, say those last words, live those memories with them, it will always be the ones you cherish together. I missed my chance when I had it. I got stuck in the hustle bustle of life. I took that step which I should have taken yesterday. So today I give you this bell. This bell is in your hands, fellow Toastmasters. Ring it before time flies away. Over to you, contestant.
Now let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call the next contestant. Now let's call upon the stage contestant number 2, Soumya Suchismita. Contestant number 2, Soumya Suchismita. A slice of paradise, Soumya Suchismita.
Imagine clouds so near that you could literally touch and feel them. Majestic mountains standing tall in all directions. This is a city in the eastern Himalayas, Gangtok, my favorite city in the world. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and our guests. Today I invite you to the journey to my favorite city in the world, Gangtok. For me, Gangtok is not only a city or a destination. I would define it as an experience, a feeling, an inspiration, a century of beauty and warmth. I have spent 2 wonderful years of my life in the city of Gangtok. I have done my class 11th and 12th. Every morning, I used to wake up to the airs of mountain, the majestic view of Kanchenjunga, which used to uplift my spirit. The people in Gangtok, they follow a very disciplined and eco-conscious life, which further changed my perspective on sustainability and community living. If I have to explain my school days and classroom time, it was a blend of academic rigor and cultural exposure. I used to have a lot of friends who are from diverse backgrounds. They used to celebrate festivals and tradition which used to believe in unity and heritage. I used to have a friend of mine, her name was Seema. She used to from Gangtok. She used to bring me homemade momos and thupka, and I used to enjoy them thoroughly in my recess time. Besides friends and academics, I used to love the beautiful monasteries and the bustling street of MG Road. MG Road is a place which is situated in the center of Gangtok. and eventually it became my go-to place for evening snacks. Particularly, I used to visit one shop for my evening snack. Now, if you ask me what was special about that shop, the speciality about that shop was the shop owner, an uncle from Gujarat. Whenever I used to visit him, he used to greet me with a smile and he used to ask me, Kencho. He used to share stories how he started his journey from Gujarat to Gangtok and how people here at Gangtok have accepted him with open arms. I used to feel a warmth and familiarity in that place. I used to get a glimpse of Gujarat in between the mountains. I realized that that place is for me more than just a food stall. It's a place where I connect to the uncle through flavors and stories. The uncle became my extended family very soon. I have spent majority of my life in Kolkata. I'm born and brought up in Kolkata, and eventually I moved for 11th and 12th to Gangtok. And if I have to compare my life in Kolkata to Gangtok, Kolkata as a city is very vibrant, busy, chaotic. Our routine used to be work, school, traffic. There used to be very less room left to have meaningful conversation. Whereas life at Gangtok, if I have to define Gangtok as a city, it's a very calm, slow and peaceful city. Initially when we came to Gangtok, we felt as if we entered to a different world. Gangtok is a place where afternoon used to feel very stretched. Me and my mother, we used to go for long walks. We used to enjoy the serenity of the city. We used to have those meaningful conversations. My mother, she used to share her stories from her childhood about her dreams, about the challenges she overcame. In turn, I used to share what are my future goals and aspirations are. My mother used to tell me that she always wanted to be a singer and she used to adore Mohammed Rafi. But due to other priorities, she had to compromise on them. With time, from a mother-daughter relationship, I saw we are becoming best friends. I realized my mother has done a lot of compromises and sacrifices for all of us. For me, it was important to nurture that relationship. Gangtok as a city has given me the biggest gift of my life. An opportunity to reconnect with my mother, a chance to take a pause, reflect back, and to be present. For me, Gangtok is not a city or a destination. It's a journey where the cloud carries dream and the mountain whispers stories. My dear friends, if you are longing for a vacation or a place where you want a combination of nature's beauty, adventure, good food, and people's kindness, Gangtok is the place for you. Gangtok will give you a memory and a journey which you will cherish forever. Thank you so much.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before I call the next contestant. Now let's call upon the stage contestant number 3, Ashwin Raj. Now let's do a small audio check. Today is a bright day. Today is a bright day. Contestant number 3, Ashwin Raj. Clapping through the chaos. Clapping through the chaos. Contestant Ashwin Raj. Who here remembers that very first applause? That moment when someone cheered for you. It was magical, right? Like the whole world stopped just for you. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. For me, that first year came from someone special. But before I tell you about that special person, let me take you back to the boy I was before she came into my life. It was 3rd grade, and I was that kid teachers would call highly energetic, which is just a polite way of saying I spent most of my time standing outside the class. An outstanding student, quite literally. One day during math class, my class teacher walked in with a new girl. She had a notebook in one hand and a bag in the other. Her smile had an effortless charm, like a lighthouse guiding lost ships to the shore. And at that moment, I was one of those ships. Even from the last bench, I could tell she was a little taller than me. But honestly, who cares, right? There she was, Poonam ma'am, my new math teacher and my first crush. Suddenly, math became my favorite subject. I completed my homeworks on time, paid attention in class, even started doing well in exams. Why? Because I wanted those shiny silver stickers she would hand out for good work. More than that, she believed in me when other teachers didn't. For a 9-year-old who was used to being dismissed, that belief felt like love. But just like that, she had to change schools the next year. And my grades went downhill from there. And I went back to being that unmotivated, mischievous kid. Years passed, and by the time I reached 8th grade, I had become just another average student. Then came Janani, my English teacher. She saw a potential in me that I didn't see in myself. Hey kid, I see your interest in English, she said one day, handing me a list of books and movies to explore. Slowly, my vocabulary improved, my marks shot up, and my confidence grew. My classmates were coming to me for help with grammar. But as life would have it, this motivation didn't last for long. This time, I had to change schools. And I was lost without a teacher or a mentor to believe in me. After school, I chose computer science engineer. Half-heartedly, because it seemed like the safest bet for a good career. Or at least, that is what I was told. But deep down, I knew something was missing. I was not satisfied with what I was learning in college. So I decided to teach myself skills online during the pandemic. Gradually, I started freelancing with it, earned my first few dollars. Excited by this, I chose to drop out of college and pursue this full time. But that is when reality hit me. And this is how it looked. My teacher said I was throwing away my future. Ooh, starting off with a left hook on his face. My friends doubted me. Oh, that landed right on his chin. My family said this wasn't practical. That right hook landed right on his jaw. I don't think this guy is going to take another one. Then came the final blow. My father, my hero, said, all I ask is that you complete your college and get a stable job. We can't afford to take this risk right now. That uppercut knocked him off. Ashwin's father finishes off him in style. I was shattered. For the first time, I realized why I was struggling. I was waiting for someone, anyone, to say, Ashwin, I believe in you. But here's the thing, life doesn't always give you cheerleaders. Sometimes you'll have to be your own cheerleader. I decided to complete my college just to honor my father's wishes. But instead of sitting for campus placement, I secured my first international client, a deal that landed me a lot more than a fresher would make. One client led to another, and soon I was making a living out of it. Today, I stand before you as the founder of a startup. Is my journey perfect? No. Do I know if I'll succeed? Not entirely. But here's what I've learned during the process. On the darkest days, when no one is clapping for you, you clap for yourself. So Toastmasters and guests, not every moment in life comes with an applause. Sometimes the crowd stays silent, the room feels empty, and the doubts, they get loud. In those moments, remind yourself, you are your own audience. Clap for your progress, cheer for your effort, give a standing ovation for showing up. Because trust me, the sound of your own applause is the sweetest thing you'll ever hear. Thank you. Now let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call contestant number 4.
Check, 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 check.
Now let's call upon the stage contestant number 4, Akshay Abraham Oman. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day.
Contestant number 4, Akshay Abraham Oman, the greatest mystery of them all. The greatest mystery of them all, Akshay Abraham Oman.
We live in a world filled with unsolvable mysteries. How did the universe begin? Mystery. Who built the Stonehenge? Mystery. If 3 1 is 31 and 2 1 is 21, why is 1 1 11 and not 21? Mystery. Today I'm here to solve none of these mysteries, but a far greater mystery. Today I solve the greatest mystery known to men. Women. Oh, I can see the mood shift suddenly. In my opinion, men are simple creatures. Women are complex. And in their complexity lies a great deal of mystery. So let's solve this mystery by breaking it down into 3 sections. Starting with section 1. Decision making. Women and men. Men are great at making snap decisions. Women are not. Because women have a lot of questions. For instance, if a woman enters a jeans store, you can be sure that she's going to be there for at least 1 hour. Because there are so many questions that come to her mind that need to be answered. Do I need a relaxed fit or a slim fit? Does this fit complement my tops and the tops at home? How does it feel when I'm standing, walking, sitting, eating? Does this fit complement the right curves and hide the wrong ones? When men go into a jeans store, they need 10 minutes. Because men only have 2 questions. Question 1, black or blue? Question 2, payment by UPI or card? Which brings us to section 2, conflict resolution. When it comes to conflict, men have about 2, maybe 3 emotions at most, and women have about, that's right, 12,720. Hyperbole, relax. But when men get mad, we vent almost immediately. Either we yell or we scream and we move on. When women get mad, like some of the women in this room right now, the games begin. First of all, the initial argument finds way to branch off to many different deeper sub-questions. Are things okay with us? Why aren't you talking to me normally? How was your childhood growing up? And then the argument goes completely out of syllabus. The same woman who couldn't remember what she had for breakfast that morning is now able to recall the argument the 2 of you had on September 19th, 2019 at 3:54 p.m. when you forgot to put the clothes in the washing machine. But it's not just about that. When it comes to conflict, sometimes what women say isn't necessarily what they mean. So guys, the next 3 questions are only for the guys. Guys, during a fight, if a woman says, okay, are things okay? Yes or no? No. During a fight, if women say, fine, are things fine? Yes or no? No. During a fight, if a woman says, do what you want, can you do what you want? Yes or no? No, because if you do what you want, she will beat you black and blue to the point where you look like the 2 pairs of jeans that you own. Which comes to the 3rd point, dedication. When men plan for their friends, they do it in the quickest way possible. When women plan for friends, they do it in the most perfect way possible. Let's talk about bachelor and bachelorette parties. How many of you seen women post stories of bachelorette parties on Instagram? It's beautiful. A booked out 5-star hotel suite, balloons, red cocktail dresses for all the bridesmaids, and the bride is in a black dress with a sash that says bride to be, in case you forgot. You know, have you ever seen a man post a story of a bachelor party? No. Because male bachelor parties simply boil down to Joseph, you get the food, we will come to your house, I will bring booze, tonight full blast. Dress code white shirt, jeans blue or black. Women are complex, be it in the way they act, they think, and they listen. And ladies, your complexity is a great mysterious thing. But is it a good thing? No. It's a great thing. Because without that complexity, where would our simple men be? I think men sometimes need women to help them make smarter decisions. I think men sometimes need women to help them process their emotions in times of turmoil. I think men sometimes need women to show that in a world where everything has a price, love is free. There are 27 categories of emotions that the human mind faces. So if human emotions are complex and if women are complex, doesn't that make women more human than men? There's a phrase that goes, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, which serve to dehumanize both genders. I'd like to solve this mystery by simply rephrasing this phrase. Men are from Mars, women are from Earth. Toastmasters.
Now let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call contestant number 5.
I'll also take the mic.
Now let's call upon the stage contestant number 5, Ruchi Jain. Let's do your audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day.
Contestant number 5, Ruchi Jain. Surprise birthday gift. Surprise birthday gift, Ruchi Jain.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
How many of you believe that no matter how hard we try, we cannot control our destiny? Well, I didn't. But life had its own way of teaching me this lesson. Last week, I hit the big 3-0 mark. That's right. I officially walked into a new decade of my life. So, naturally, to mark this milestone, I decided to celebrate my 30th birthday with a bang. Or rather, a sunrise. The plan was simple. Drive to Pondicherry with my partner Amar and watch sunrise on Auroville Beach, my soul place. I had it all planned. Check the weather weeks in advance because I am a responsible adult now. Booked the stay, packed like a pro, drove to Pondicherry. The universe had one job. To make the sunrise happen. Instead, enter Cyclone Fengal. On the eve of my birthday, the city of Pondicherry had turned into Atlantis. Wow, universe! What a wonderful way of saying happy birthday to me! Instead of waking up to the golden hues of sunrise and the waves hitting the beach, I woke up to a disaster-stricken city. Fallen trees? Check. Flooded roads? Check. No electricity, no Wi-Fi, no functioning ATMs? Triple check. But, like any healthy, emotionally stable adult, I was in complete denial. Not happening. Maybe I could still salvage a sunrise. But turns out, the universe had decided to throw a surprise apocalypse-themed birthday party for me. So, that didn't happen. And to cut our losses short, me and my partner decided to leave for Bangalore early. As we drove back, I sat in the car like a kid, sulking, because Parle-G had fallen into the tea. And my inner monologue was like, why? Why me? Is this some cosmic joke? And then the universe decided to hit me with another twist. This time in the form of a perspective. As we were driving back to Bangalore, at the flooded junction at Tiruvannamalai, I saw a delivery guy wading through deep waste water. I was here crying over a ruined birthday plan. And this guy was battling floods to survive? I was humbled within fractions of seconds. My surprise birthday gift, Cyclone Fengal, did not came to ruin my birthday. Turns out, it came to give me my first lesson of 30s. To be empathetic and have gratitude in life. It reminded me to be grateful for what I have and to have empathy towards the people who face far greater challenges than a missed surprise birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, life may take its detour. It will make its own plan. No matter how much we try to direct it, it will go off script. But from scripted to unscripted journey when we take, who knows what the next detour has in place. It might be something beautiful. Count your blessings, laugh at the chaos, roll with the punches, keep a good company, and maybe next time carry a raincoat on your next travel. Thank you.
Now let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call the next contestant. Let's call upon the stage contestant number 6, Rauful Azam. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is the bright day.
Contestant number 6, Rauful Azam. Small act, big impact. Small act, big impact. Rauful Azam.
Have you ever asked someone for help and feel completely ignored or dismissed? Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. When I was preparing for job, I had so many questions related to data science, like what type of question interviewer asked in the interview, or how much depth I should read a certain concept. For that purpose, I used to send connection requests on LinkedIn to random person asking for help, but getting ignored every time. One day I saw one of my college senior has tagline data analyst at organization A. I thought he will definitely help me as he is from the same college. So I sent him the connection request and asked, can you please share your number and availability as I have few questions to ask. You know what he said? A farm almost robotics. No, I'm very busy. Ask me here. So I typed my question in the chat. But guess, he did not reply. That time I realized I was obviously expecting too much. Maybe that senior was so busy that even typing 2 words, good luck, was monumental task for him. But it's okay. I figured out the things by my own and got settled down. Few years later, I got a request from unknown person, Kumar, and he sent me a message asking for career advice. Unlike my senior, I did not hesitate. I called him. As we started talking, I could sense there was something wrong. His voice was shaky. And then he said something which hits my heart. He said, I'm in such a bad situation that I even thought about ending my life. I didn't know what to say at the moment, but I knew it was not about giving the career advice. It's about giving the hope. I listened to him, I guided him step by step to take control of his situation. I reassured him that the things would get better, even though it seems impossible at the moment. Today, Kumar has very good job and is doing well in his life. Fast forwarding to my college alumni meet, guess who I ran into? That same senior. In front of everyone, he pointed to me and said, oh, you are the guys who sent me LinkedIn request on LinkedIn. I said yes. Then he said, oh, I generally doesn't accept the LinkedIn request of fresher as they waste my time. But since you are from the same college, so I made an exception. In my mind, I was like, dude, I didn't send you a marriage proposal. I just needed a help, not the full background check. But obviously I just smiled and nodded because, well, that's what polite people do. But life, as they say, has a funny way of coming full circle. After 3.5 years, that same senior reached out to me. And this time, he was not ignoring me. This time, he was asking for help as he got laid off from his organization. He was asking, can you please refer me in your organization? Guess what I did? Do you think I help him in the same way I helped Kumar? Yes. The answer is yes. Now you might be thinking, why would you help someone who did not even bother you replying you back then? The answer is simple. I don't want to be like him. Just because someone did not help me, it doesn't mean I should not help them. Kindness is not a transaction. It's a reflection of who you are. And who knows, by helping him, I could inspire him to change. My friend, the world doesn't change when we complain about it. It changes when we decide to be better. So next time when someone asks for help, don't ignore them. Don't brush them off. Maybe that person has no one else to turn to, like Kumar. Maybe your 5 minutes can change their life. Maybe your 5 minutes can save their life. And here is the beautiful things. When you decide to help others, you are not just building You are not just helping them, you are building a world where kindness becomes the norm and it's not an exception. So let's start the change from ourselves. Let's be the kind of people who inspire others to be better and build a world where kindness becomes the norm. Thank you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call the next contestant.
Wait out.
Now let's call upon stage contestant number 7, Arna Gupta. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day.
Contestant number 7, Arna Gupta. Experiments in Science and Love. Experiments in Science and Love, Arna Gupta.
Who here has participated in a school play, sports day, talent show or annual function even? And who here remembers the feeling of nervousness or anticipation or even excitement for the extroverted one of us? I would like you to take you back to those days. You know, when you were happy because you had no responsibility. Good evening, Toastmasters, bright hearts and guests. Let me set the stage for you. KPS, Khaitan Public School. Khaitan like the fan company. Started a school also. I had been in the school since forever. I had grown up with these friends since nursery, so I knew everything about them. Their favorite color, their most detested vegetable, and even the dimensions of their dream mansion, which always had 2 stairs swirling into a ballroom because the live action version of Beauty and Beast had just come out. The most anticipated event of 5th grade was coming up. It was the science fair. We were a school of nerds. Now, even though it could be exciting for the reasons that there were notable alumni or generous cash prizes, the thing that my classmates cared about was a rocket launch. It was water fueled, it never made it past 3 feet. But it looked cool and went whoosh. I was also appropriately excited. Now, so far, this may have seemed like a relatable but fairly mundane story. And it was. Until I was partnered with Naman Sharma. He was head boy. And I vividly remember the passion with which he explained the 3rd law of motion by Newton. I also remember that he was visibly impressed when I knew the answer to which mammal lays eggs. The answer is platypus for any one of you who want to get the attention of your crush in a trivia contest. Or honestly, even if you yell out platypus, it will achieve the same outcome. You may get a few confused looks, but love requires courage and thinking outside the box. Every moment was made special because I was working on a pulley car with Naman. So basically you load the lever with the rubber band and then you let it go. Firstly, everything he said made me giggle, even if it wasn't that funny. I think it's the way he said it, or the fact that he said it. Secondly, I had this uneasy feeling in my stomach, excitement whenever I was around him, or even when I was thinking of him. Can any one of you help me name that feeling? Butterflies. Yeah, Neville's right. Butterflies in my stomach. This made these moments very special and very vivid in my memory. I may forget everything else, but I remember we were sitting on the classroom floor and playing with the pulley cars, and we had this long conversation about different topics, starting with how I love to dance, how he loved to play the guitar. He played the guitar also. How we both love to sing. We are both equally incompetent at it, and also a promise to hang out. Soon enough, D-Day came. By the time we were done with the setup, first we had to get tables, then chairs and the stuff on top, we were exhausted. But the excitement set in as soon as the parents came. All the chachas and the mamas and every single relative to be proud of their little student. We explained it to adult after adult. I would start with an overview of the project and Naman would fill in the details. What materials we used, where we procured them, which means which one of our moms got it for us. And the day went so fast. It was a perfect day. Even though we lost to Volcano. And honestly, that is so overdone and I'm still mad about it 8 years later. So, coming to the end of this day, we decided that our hangout would come soon, but it never came. But still, those memories of that day will always be very special to me. Such moments remind me, when I reflect upon them, to feel every moment. Because not only will you obviously have like a nice life story to tell and all that, you also have great material for a speech, right, Toastmasters? I feel like all Toastmasters will agree. So, this was my first experiment with science and love. If you don't count the thing you do with like the scale on the head and then try to make the paper float, if you don't count that and like a brief crush on the prince in Snow White, he danced also. I would like you all to go out and start experimenting and come here and share it with us. Thank you.
Now let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call upon the next contestant.
After Vishnu's speech, we maintain silence till the judges finish marking their ballots. That's all we do. I'll give you a heads up and we are going to participation.
അക്ഷര സ്പീച്ച് പാത്തിട്ട് അടിപൊളി അടിപൊളി. Do we really need a mic, right?
Now let's call upon the stage contestant number 8, Vishnu Pradeep. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day.
Contestant number 8, Vishnu Pradeep. Reverse gear, Vishnu Pradeep.
Could we all agree on a point that our life is like a car ride with lot of turns and twists even while we are moving ahead? Agree? Thank you so much. Great. Bright Hearts, Toastmasters, dear guest. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
On June 4, 1987, in a beautiful village back in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, a village called as Vidura, witnessed the marriage of a 18-year-old beautiful girl and a handsome 24-year-old boy who gave birth to a boy. Not then, but a year later. Making him grow in the joint family was little bit difficult for them because every decisions they had to take was supposed to go through all the approval chains in that home, which included moving his education from that small village school to that English medium school which has got that fancy name to the city. Yes, you got me. I am talking about my parents and I. When that whole world at my home turned around my parents with lot of questions, which included my capability to adapt with that new school, which is English speaking school, with my Malayu accent, and of course on the financial aspects of moving to a new city. But my parents stood like a mountain in front of all those questions and made sure that their plan got successfully implemented, which made me complete my 10th standard in that school. Could we all agree on a point that when we start getting problems in our life, the whole world conspires to make sure that it's like a web series and comes without giving a breathing space, we have to face it. Agreed. As most of the teenagers, when I was at 11th standard, I was best at everything except my studies. While I was secretly studying for my retest examination and final mathematics exam at the class of 11. Yes, you heard it because I failed at my first attempt. The unpaid detectives at my home, which are my parents, found me secretly studying and they caught me. I thought that was the end of my life and I am going to get that left and right beating along with that severe scolding. But in spite of that, they surprised me with providing me with a tuition teacher and helped me to pass somehow that 11th standard. I passed my 11th standard, moved to 12th. While I was preparing for my engineering entrance examination, I put all my hard work to make sure that I watched all the Malayalam movies on the release date itself and also to roam around with my friends on a daily basis. Even if I put all these hard efforts, hard work, luck didn't support me. I didn't get good marks to get into a good college in my entrance examination. Then also my parents stood along with me by paying a hefty amount of money as fees to get into the best college in Thiruvananthapuram, SCT College of Engineering. The story is not ending there. Even after passing out, I got into a IT firm with a low salary and which made me move to a different state, Chennai. And I made sure that I travel every week back to my hometown with that financial support again from my parents. Very bad guy, right? Years went by. I was doing a reverse gear in my life, trying to understand how my journey looked like. I had this question, am I doing justice with my parents who are providing me with that unconditional support and love? I had this thought, no, I am not giving them enough. But that got answered 5 days back while I was searching for a topic for this session. While I was talking to my parents over phone, I told them, can you send me some notes about me, some memories about me? I thought, yes, they will send a 1-pager or 2-pager mentioning about these instances or those stupid instances which they remind about me. But to my surprise, this 19 pages of story, they sent it across to me. Handwritten story from my parents. Do you know what it contains? It contained, let me tell you in my words what that story is all about. It contained their immense pride about my hard work which I have put in my career to make sure that I am progressing in my career and I'm getting a good salary to make me less dependent on my parents. They also acknowledge the fact that those interests that I've buried inside myself to learn those extracurricular activities like singing, dancing, yoga, boxing, guitar, everything, just to make sure that I'm not making my parents spend more money on me. They didn't forget to mention that I didn't ask for that bike and mobile phone, which was a competition every boy in my college had. And me adjusting with being that pillion rider of my father's Hero Honda Passion bike. And also using his mobile phone when he's back at home. They also mentioned about the medical treatments which I am providing them with for the medical conditions which they are going through. I'm not bragging too much. They ended up by saying that we are proud of you, my son, for being that guy who stood with us without even complaining for any single thing which they have not provided for me. Yes, I never looked at my life through that lens. I always thought I didn't understand those compromises, those satisfactions, those adjustments I made was making a huge impact on my parents. Ladies and gentlemen, bright hearts, Toastmasters, dear guests, those adjustments which we are making, those compromises which we are making on a daily basis, I'm sure on a long run, it will definitely make an impact on you or that someone else you love. I would say, let's not crib too much about that adjustments, compromises which we are making in our life now. I'm sure in one way or other, it will make a huge impact in the long run for you or for your loved ones. Thank you so much. Over to you.
We'll maintain silence till the ballots are done, the counting. Link.
Just tell me more.
Yes, we will do a voting now.
Okay, attention everybody. We are also going to vote for the best speaker and the second best speaker as per you. The link is bit.ly/BHTM Elevate Vote 1. And Elevate as in ELEVATE the number. bit.ly/BHTM Elevate Vote 1. It's also in the group for all role takers, bright hearts. It's on the group for guests. Anybody not able to access? bit.ly/Elevate Vote 1. Everybody can go.
In case anyone has got me there, bit.ly/Elevate Vote 1. All small case.
Elevate is ELEVATE.
You have got the URL? Pressing everyone to, please.
It's connected to laptop, I guess. There is a port over there.
Participation. For the ones who are still voting, you can continue voting and submit your response. I have only two very simple questions. On that note, we'll move on with the participation certificate for our speakers.
For the participation certificates, we will follow the same speaking order. Neville Shah. Soumya Sujismita. Can we please applaud? Ashwin Raj. Akshay Abraham Owen. Ruchi Jain. Rahul Azam. Anna Gupta. Vishnu Pradeep.
Gautam. Could we get Chandrama? Gautam.
Middle. Bro, you go in the middle.
Gautam has to
Who has to go middle?
Rahul Ruchi.
Hello.
Certificate. I can write a speech about that.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Now we will
Come back at 5:15.
Now we will be having a break and we will come back by 5:15.
Samosa and chai at the back.
Everyone, welcome to the evaluation speech contest of Elevate 2024 presented by Bright Hearts Toastmasters. My name is Gautam Surshetty and I will be the contest master for this contest. I will now read out the rules of prepared speech contest in brief. To be eligible to participate, a contestant must be paid member of Toastmaster International. For this contest, I declare all contestants are eligible to participate. The contest will consist of each evaluator evaluating an individual speaker in line with the pathway project chosen by the speaker. After the speech, each evaluator will be given 5 minutes to compose their evaluation. Okay. All contestants will speak from the same speaking area designated during the briefing. We will follow the same speaking area. Speech timing is 2 to 3 minutes. Contestants will speak for less than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Clear? Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This usually is the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, a stage act by another person. The judges, contestants, functionaries and sergeant at arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the locations of the timers. Timers, please demonstrate the timing devices. The green card will be displayed at 2 minutes and remain displayed for 30 seconds. The yellow card will be displayed at 2 minutes 30 seconds and will be remain displayed for 30 seconds. The red card will be displayed at 3 minutes and remain displayed until the speech is concluded. No indication will be given post the overtime period. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for judges to mark their ballots, and silence would be maintained after the last contestant for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. The chief judge for today's contest is Chandrama Dharmaraj. Can we all put our hands together? Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number, contestant name, contestant name, contestant number. We have 8 contestants in today's contest. Speaking order was randomly determined during the contestants briefing. The order is as follows: contestant 1, Ashima Jain. Contestant 2, Charvi Durg. Contestant 3, Selvam Francis. Contestant 4, Mani Kumar. Contestant 5, Sudesh Opi. Contestant 6, Srinidhi Joshi. Contestant 7, Siddharth Bansal. Contestant 8, Bhupen Ingali. I will confirm that all contestants are present in the room. The judges, contest officials and contestants have all been briefed and we are now ready to begin the contest. Here are few reminders before we begin. No one will be allowed in or out of the room when a contestant is speaking. If you have to enter or leave the room, please do so during the 1 minute intervals or after the contest. Kindly ensure that all electronic noise producing devices such as mobiles, tablets are switched off or turn off or silent mode. I will be giving 5 seconds to do that. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest? Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the evaluation speech contest of Elevate 2024 presented by Bright Hearts Toastmasters. In order to maintain uniformity of all contestants, we will maintain 1 minute of silence before I call upon the first contestant. Let's call upon the first contestant, Ashima Jain. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day. Great. Thank you. A very good evening to everyone, especially Naveel, my target speaker. Ring the bell the way you rung the bell and gave a message that grandparents are so important, and you made sure that we are stuck to your heartwarming story, a childhood story that everybody can associate. You did it very well. Kudos to you. I will go with 3 points that I like the most in your speech. The first is the way you began your speech with a very humble anecdote, how you put a pav bhaji on the step of the door, and how did your grandmother acknowledge, Nani especially, acknowledged it, and she just gave you the warmest hug. I think that's one of the best anecdotes, and to hook you, the whole audience, to the speech. Bravo for that. The second point I would say is the way you used the ring, the bell. The bell was all across the prop that has been used, a very gentle sound that always associates with grandparents, with their ringing tones, where especially, you know, they do the pujas and everything in morning and the evening. That's exactly what it reminded me of. The third point I would say in your speech was the way your excitement, your energy level was all throughout. I must tell you, the minute it says grandparents, the childhood stories, and all the frail movements associated with them, it just puts me back to what I have been all in my childhood. Great work on that. The areas of recommendation is you all across the speech was just using this part of the stage. I know you are more comfortable with Akshay and Arundhati. I know that. And so the only thing is whenever you are doing a speech, kindly try to use all parts of the stage, left, right and center, however you want to. The second area of recommendation is the speech had a good flow, but a lot of times you were just mumbling. You were so low in your pace that you were mumbling, and that murmurs were not even audible. So I felt disconnected at that time. Last, not the least, the only area of improvement I would suggest you is to work on your script flow. I felt the structure was a little bit off when you were trying to share the hustle and bustle. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call upon contestant number 2. Let's call upon stage contestant number 2, Charvi Dole. Contestant number 2, Charvi Dole. Let's do an audio check.
Mic check. Is that okay? Good evening, everybody. And special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Soumya. Soumya, today you took us on a journey to the land of mountains, and you did that so beautifully that we could all enjoy a slice of paradise. Thank you so much for sharing that journey with us and helping us appreciate the beauty of a land such as the one that you presented. With that, let me delve into the highlights of what I felt that your speech carried. I felt that you presented a content that did great justice to the topic of your speech, which was to help us appreciate the land of mountains, Gangtok. And the content elements that you presented was like a full variety of content in the sense that it not just helped us appreciate the scenic beauty, but also the connected experiences that you had with your people, and most importantly, the reconnection that you had with your mother. So that was very beautifully done. I would like to applaud you on that. The second aspect that I really loved about your speech was it had elements of scenic beauty, a sense of time spent, connecting with people, reconnecting the roots, and there was a structure of that sort that helped us appreciate the 360 view. So I would also like to applaud you on the structure. Although this is a connected point to the first one, I just want to applaud the fact that you were able to cover all those elements within your speech. Now let's get to the feedback areas that I have for you. Most importantly, I felt the purpose of your speech today was to highlight or work more upon vocal variety and body language. So I felt with that aspect, there could have been more work that could have been done with regards to your speech. Now let's see how, right? You began your speech by saying, "Good evening, Toastmasters. Let me take you to the land of mountains," right? And on a journey to the land of mountains, right? I would do it a little bit differently in the sense, here is where I could really bring in the engagement. So I would use more pauses, transitions, and also, stress upon the point more. So this is how I would do it. Say, "Good evening, Toastmasters. Let me take you to the land of mountains, a place so beautiful where even your tea tastes like," so let's say you sit down on a morning and you're enjoying your tea. It almost tastes like elixir, so sweet that no other city or no other place could do justice. Even the land of Kolkata for that matter, which is known for rasagullas, gulab jamun or mishti dois. Something of that sort, which again delves back your points itself. The second aspect is the transitions and the pauses itself, which means when you're transitioning from one point to the next, I would like to see more transitions and pauses, more pauses there, so that you're able to explain the transitions a lot better and also help people follow your speech better. Otherwise, there's stories and points being made, it's hard to keep the follow on that. The last point is about storytelling, which I feel that you could have focused on one or two stories at best, instead of, and then delving a little bit deeper, especially the connected experience with your mother there. Conclusion for me is great content, beautiful choice of experiences, but if you would have delved on the feedback that I provided you, I felt that you would have taken the speech to the next level. Thank you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call upon the next contestant.
have to wear this. Very good.
Let's call upon the stage the next contestant, contestant number 3, Selvam Francis. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, very good evening.
Good evening.
Today I will structure my evaluation into 3 parts. First, highlights. Second, what went well. And third, what could have been better. They say difficult roads will lead to a beautiful destination. Yes, I am reading from there. This quote is very much applicable to Toastmaster Ashwin Raj's story, where he took us through his personal experience, school journey of being a dull student to a bright student to an average student and getting that boxing punches and to entrepreneur. And here are some of the highlights. When you started at the beginning with that question, when you asked that, do you remember that first year where everyone responded, you had a clear story build up when you said that you are referring to some she, right? And throughout your content, you had a good intro, body and conclusion. There were some humorous lines when you said standing outside the class, which we all could connect. And you made that statement where you said, taller than me, who cares? And some of the lines like lighthouse guiding dock ships to the shore, you are a ship, which is very, very well done. And about your math teacher, Poonam ma'am, where math became your favorite subject and you're paying attention and you're doing good homework. You had a good vocal variety when you said about the next ma'am, which is Janani. You said you became another average student, then came Janani. So you had good body language when you displayed that boxing gesture, and you also displayed that boxing commentary. And then came to your father. All I asked to complete the college and the job. You had very good conclusion when you said that I stand before you as an entrepreneur. Will I succeed? Not sure. And you said that sound of your own applause is the sweetest thing. Here are some of the areas which you could improve. You could have used this space little bit more. Maybe school life once and entrepreneur life another side. Sometimes I felt that you are looking down, which you can change. And content wise, I was thinking, some lines it was not close. For example, when you said Janani, about Janani, Poonam and Janani, I didn't know that did they left you because of you or they got transferred. And when you said your dad expected you to complete degree and get a job, did you complete degree? I think that one you could have closed. Overall, it was a nice content. Thank you so much for taking us through your journey, which we all could reflect and connect. And all the best for your next speeches. Thank you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call our next contestant. Let's call upon our next contestant, contestant number 4, Mani Kumar. Let's do an audio check.
Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day. Good evening, everyone. Today, our speaker has taken us to the greatest mystery ever and gave his take on that topic, which is about men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Oh, sorry, yes, Earth. Yes. So, after understanding and hearing from the speech, that's where I have understood and take away this speech into the topic of 5 P's, which is PPP, PPP. It's not the one which we do after the parties or having that liters of Pepsi, but it is about the highlights, the areas of improvements, and how we can wrap it up. The first is about the purpose. I understand our speaker has taken, Mr. Akshay, that purpose of the speech as a humor. I definitely understand. I enjoyed it thoroughly from start to the end, and I was observing throughout all the audience or with you in terms of the humor. To name or quote an example, how did this universe begin? Men are simple, but women are complex to break. And choosing the genes, men say just blue or black, but women say in terms of fitting, the posture, sitting, standing, and a lot. And the second P, which is about the picturization. My dear speaker Akshay, you have done a great job in terms of giving a vivid description in terms of the naming the colors, blue, black, or saying that for the women in terms of identifying the dress from the wardrobe, whether it's a red color, will it fit to me or it won't fit to me, and also taking in the blue 5-star hotel, the selfie. So vivid description where I could really be part of that particular scene. As a public speaker, it's a great job. And the third P is about the pace. You have ensured that all this classification you have done in terms of the mystery breaking based on the decision making, the dedication, and you have made the pace in a very right way. And to say the areas of improvements or to elevate this speech to next level, it is about the first P in terms of the pitch, or I would say vocal. When you would have described about the woman that you might have brought in the vocal variety. Oh no, I have these genes here. Oh no, this is my best hotel ever. So the pitch would have been considered in this way. And the second P, which is about the posture, when you are describing about the men saying the phone call, probably you have done in a way in this exactly where you are showing your back to the left side of your audience. Probably you might have chosen in a different way where there was a bit of contact. So considering this posture and pitch, all in all, I am sure that you have cracked this mystery that men are from Mars and women are from Earth, and adding this 5 P's to the 6th P, the public speaking, and also you will conquer this peak, the 7th P of all these things. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call upon the next contestant. Let's call upon the next contestant, contestant number 5, Sudesh OP. Let's do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day. Today is a bright day. Watching Ruchi Jain speak on the stage was like watching an episode from the cosmos, the Odyssey, because the speech had all elements related to universe, be it trying to observe that sunrise, or watching that cosmic energy, or getting wrecked by the pinnacle, the cyclone. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ruchi Jain, for delivering such wonderful speech. The speech purpose was met. Kudos to you. The purpose was to write a speech with a definite purpose. Count your blessings. Be grateful. I got that message. Thank you very much. What stood out for you in your speech was number one, you are good with sarcastic humor. Your speech had a lot of elements of sarcastic humor. Oh, is that a cosmic joke? Oh, Parle-G fell onto my tea. I was literally laughing out loud sitting in that front row. That went really, really well. The second one, the structure of your speech was fantastic. You had an apt opening with a question that was apt for everyone. Then you had moved on with the body and finally the conclusion. You learned the lesson the hard way, the finigal, how the wreck had happened, observing people and trees float, and finally the lesson. Be blissful with what you have. I got that message. Now to elevate your speech to the next level, I have 3 suggestions for you. Number one, it is about connecting the dots. You started by saying, who felt that you cannot control your destiny? I felt that you connect that well with the conclusion saying that today I learned that you can control your destiny. If you are blissful, if you are grateful, if you believe that you have whatever you want, definitely that would have connected very well with all of us. Number 2, even though the speech had full of sarcastic jokes, there were elements where you could have created emotions because the trees were floating, people were floating. That was the moment for havoc, wrecking havoc, and you were like smiling. That your sarcastic joke did not land well. Probably you could go very well saying, oh, I could see that people were floating and the trees, oh my God, wrecking havoc everywhere, cyclone, fenigal. And that is how I learned the lesson, the hard way. Be blissful for what you have. Number 3, when you talk about universal truths, probably I was expecting, probably she would say something about the universe, who believes that sun rises in the east. Or probably a mention about the cosmic energies. That would have landed very well. Overall, Toastmaster Ruchi, your speech had that sarcastic jokes, the structure was good. If you just focus on emotionalizing and connecting the dots very well, to conclude well, I'm sure that we all will stand up and applaud you well. Thank you.
Let's maintain 1 minute of silence before we call upon the next contestant.
Is this good enough?
Let's call upon the stage the next contestant, contestant number 6, Srinidhi Joshi. Just an audio check. Today is a bright day. Today is a bright day.
Yeah, that's good. Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the dialogue that I remember the moment I heard the title. This dialogue is from the movie Django Unchained, said by Leonardo DiCaprio. So the moment we were waiting for the next speaker, which is my target speaker, Toastmaster Ruffle, we were all curious to see what the next speaker is going to talk about. It was up to him to turn that curiosity into attention. And even before he started his speech, he grabbed our attention with the title, Small Act, Big Impact. We all connected to it in our own ways.
Some of us remembered that time when someone paid for the coffee. We remembered that time when someone sent that thank you message right after you helped them. The time when someone helped you carry those groceries. It looked small, it sounded small, but for us, it had a big impact. So well done on choosing those set of words as the title, which acted as the hook in your speech, Toastmaster Ruffle. And secondly, humor. You started your speech like this. It was going like this. When you were in the middle, the audience were about to lose the attention. Right when we were about to lose that attention, you dropped the humor. The attention went up. Well done on having the humor at the right spot and at the right time. And lastly, the conclusion. I love movies and I'll say the movie is as good as conclusion. The same way goes to the speech. A speech is as good as a conclusion. And after the humor, it went back like this again. Just when we were about to get bored again, you dropped that solid conclusion. A call for action. Kindness should start from you. You cannot expect others to do it first. When you do it, you will feel good and you will make sure that others feel good as well. Well done on excelling in these three aspects. Life is good, but it can be better. Your speech was good, but it can be better too. To make sure that it goes to the next level, I have 3 suggestions for you. Firstly, voice modulation. Throughout the speech, you had similar tone, which sounded like we were listening to an audiobook. It's good for the content, but emotionally connecting with audience, it wasn't that good. For example, today, that person has a good job. Instead of that, today, he has a really good job. These voice modulations, putting that emotions into those words, will ensure that you connect to the audience in a deep manner. And secondly, smile. When you smile, you connect with the audience further. And thirdly, time. If you had added a little bit more content, because it is a deep subject, it would have helped audience connect with you further. That is my evaluation, and if you implement it, I'm pretty sure that your next speech will be on a whole other level. Thank you, and back to the contestant.
Let's call upon our next contestant, contestant number 7, Siddharth Bansal. Just an audio check.
Today is a bright day. When I was listening to my target speaker, Ms. Arna, speak, I was reminded of my crush, talking about her crush. Bro, he plays guitar too. Guess what? I played chess too. But that wasn't the same. Good evening, contest master and my fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today we all loved the target speaker speak because she had small instances of humor. She had great confidence on stage. And the most important, she had no hesitation on stage. The clarity on what to speak on stage and what not to speak on stage. That is a true power of a great speaker. But what was the intricate details about her speech that we all loved? The small imagination, the 3 feet locket launch, or the whoosh that she captivated us as an audience. And lastly was the go-to action, empowering all of us to speak on the stories on this very stage. Toastmaster Arna, you do love experiments. I'll give you an experiment to do on your own speeches today. First of all, try not to segment the audience. Don't we all look for content, Toastmasters? Honestly, non-Toastmasters also look for content. To probably break an ice during a date, to probably talk to their mothers after they go home, to talk to their best friends after they go home. So instead of just segmenting a certain audience, a target in the audience, rather put it as, don't we all need content in our life, Toastmasters and gentlemen? This would include the entire audience that you want to incorporate. Secondly, when you are trying to create humor, you are rushing through the process. The best part about humor is to wait for people to complete the laughs, to take in all the laughs and then go about it. Thirdly, what I realized is that the story did not have a major purpose. There's a difference between talking and giving a speech. And today, what I felt was that you were just chatting with us, like you would do with the best friend. Giving a speech is about giving a purpose. For that, if I have to give you two recommendations, divide your speech into two segments. First part, when I was in 3rd grade. Second part, when I was in 5th grade. And tell the learnings beyond it. So Toastmasters, if you had to take away some things from a speech, be confident, don't be hesitant, and I have great humor in your speech. But if you want to take back one thing that you want to improve upon, is do not segment your audience while you're giving a speech. That's all from my side. Back to the contestant.
Where's the mic? This one's the mic, right?
Let's call upon the stage the next contestant, contestant number 8, Bhupen Ingali. Just do an audio check. Today is a bright day.
Today is a bright day. Good evening everyone, and a very special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Vishnu. Toastmaster Vishnu, before I start with my evaluation, I would like to thank you. I was worried today when I had to come here and evaluate your speech. I didn't, without having any prior context of your speeches, but today you gave a speech which infused an icebreaker with a definitive purpose while having vocal variety and body language. Brilliant! Mind blown! Wow! On that light-hearted note, I would like to get into your evaluation. Now my evaluation will be structured into pitch, pace, pauses and overall body language. Coming to your highlights. Toastmaster Vishnu, the standout highlight for me in your speech was your body language. Wow! The way you had your arms open, your posture straight and your crisp movements across the stage. It was brilliant. You seemed like a seasoned Toastmaster when you were exhibiting your body language. Very well done there. Your second highlight for me was your pauses. I felt your pauses were at the right places and at the right times. For example, when you said, when you were talking about you taking care of your parents, and then you mentioned, very bad guy, right? And then you took a pause, and then it made us all think. So very well done there. Coming to a few points which I felt you could improve upon. Starting with the major improvement point, which was your pitch. Now, this I also faced a lot, Toastmaster Vishnu, because naturally I also have a very deep voice, as do you. So your pitch across your speech was on the lower end. So I didn't feel the sense of excitement with the higher pitches that you usually get. So maybe you can try, for example, when you heard about your parents, when you got those 19 pages, right? You could show excitement. 19 pages! Wow! You can try. So you can see how it makes a difference, right? Lastly, your pace. I felt your pace was good, but it was erratic at places, which made me lose you in the middle. For example, when you were saying, I have problems in life which comes like a web series, you finished that sentence very quickly. Or when you said, those stupid instances they remember about me, you were very fast about that sentence. I think the audience wasn't able to capture it that properly. Just a bit of those slowness in the pace would have helped your speech that much better. Overall, Toastmaster Vishnu, with your refined body language and your refined pauses, while working on your pitch as well as your erratic pace at places, I'm sure your speeches in the future will have a gear, not reverse, not even drive, but sports mode. Thank you. Back to you.
Now we will maintain silence till we get the ballot counting done. We will be having the voting link. I request everyone to please note down this and vote on the link. bit.ly/ELEV8vote2. I am repeating it again. bit.ly/elevate vote2.
Same URL, only 2 in place of 1.
One.
It's the same URL.
Once you finish, now once voting is done, I'll give you a heads up. You pass it, you do certificate participation.
Yeah.
Once you finish that, then you call me.
Done.
Tell that we are running slightly over time. We'll finish at 6:55.
We are just running over time. We will make sure we will finish it off by 6:55. Thanks for the voting. Now we will be starting with the participation certificates. We will follow the same order of the evaluation. Ashima Jain. Can you please applaud? Charvi Dutt. Selvam Francis. Mani Kumar. Sudesh Gopi. Srinidhi Joshi. Siddharth Bansal. Hussain Ingali.
Smile. Close up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go. You can just say perfect.
I'm handing it over to Arundhati. Thank you.
I'm just waiting for Chandrama's reaction. She'll probably come with a stick from there. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gautam. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and Bright Hearts. Firstly, extreme apologies for the delay, although we'd hope that for all the brilliant speeches and evaluations you've heard today, it was all worth it. And we are a couple of minutes delayed also because our applauses are very energetic. Right. So while the results get compiled, I would like to take a moment to first recognize everybody who's played such a crucial part in making this contest a success. While it all seems seamless at the face of it, there's a lot of work that goes in the background to make every single contest successful. And it is just right that we recognize all these fellow members who've put in so much effort to make a difference and make this contest seamless. Starting up with, there was one individual who reached the venue 2 minutes after me at 3:22. That is the dedication shown by our Sergeant at Arms right from the beginning. He was here to help with everything. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Wasim Fazil. There is a young and vibrant Toastmaster in our club, and I for once always ensure that whenever I need some last minute rescuing to be done, he's the Toastmaster I reach out to. Someone who's been so energetic, has ensured that he silently collects all the evaluation notes. Please give it up for Sergeant at Arms to Toastmaster Priyansh Tripathi. Many congratulations, Priyansh. Right. We have one lady in our club who's slowly becoming a synonym to the word time. Because whenever anybody is in need of a timer, you wouldn't get a better timer than this Toastmaster from Bright Hearts, but one of the most diligent and sweet Toastmaster, Sneha Masalkar. And then we have another individual who was hibernating for a few weeks, and then she came back with a bang, and she promised me that she'll be here for everything that Bright Hearts does, and lived up to her promise by playing such a big role today. Give it up for Toastmaster Pragati Ganapati. One of our newest member chose to play a role and messaged me first to ask, I'm hoping I can play this role, and I was certain that he would. Somebody who's done a very crucial job today, our tally counter and Toastmaster Abhishek Mishra. Many congratulations, Abhishek. There was another individual who actually changed his nomination on the poll. But before that, confirmed, I think I want to take up this role, but seems big. Do you think I can do it? He did not only did it, but he nailed it. Absolutely flawless in his delivery today. Our contest master, Toastmaster, Gautam Surishetty. So well done, Gautam. Many congratulations. Next up, we have someone that from day one, her image in my mind is always been somebody who's an absolute beauty with tremendous brains. But she's always there for anything that Bright Hearts does. So we're not only going to congratulate her, but we'd love to hear from her a little bit. Our very own Area Director and Chief Judge, Toastmaster Chandrama Dharmraj. Quick address, I write the result.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
During the break, I was checking how the point is going with people that attended this class for the first time.
After this
They
picture.
were telling there are so seasoned speakers. I don't feel like this contest is happening here for the first time. So you can imagine the level of speakers Bright Hearts has. Kudos to Akshay and Arundhati for bringing this up, the speaker class, as well as the quality of speakers that we have today. Over to you, Arundhati.
1 minute, 1 picture. Quick picture. Mani first and Bhutan second, right?
Could you come a bit closer? Okay, smile.
Thank you. Thank you. Since we are world famous in applauding, let's give a final huge round of applause to all the role players today. Very good. Thank you. We all passed the applaud test. Right. So as a public speaker, I know after one thing, no matter what you do, you can't get the audience attention. That's after announcing the winner. So that's why I'm going to hold that on. Take a quick feedback from 1 or 2 guests who've been here with us for this meeting today and whom we couldn't hear from at the starting of the meeting. So can I request Akshit to come and share his thoughts about how he felt about the meeting?
This is my first time here, as you all know. So I was really impressed with the quality of the speakers, and more than that, the kind of motivation all you guys provide to each of you who speak. So that was something I really was impressed with. And, yeah, and the topics you guys chose and the kind of content that you had was really nice. Yeah, so I probably will join this, and I hope to probably speak sometime in this year as well. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Akshit. We are going to hope you choose the right way, which is the bright way. And on that note, let me call upon Priya. Yes. You can keep it in your bag.
So hello everyone, I'm Priya Agarwal. So this is my first time in Toastmasters and in Bangalore as well. Like it's been only 1 month that I'm here. So I was tired of staying at home, and today I'm here on a Sunday. I was really hoping to meet new people, and it's really lively and jolly to meet everyone here. And the things that I'm taking back today is the way everybody motivates and cheers is really nice, and the way everybody greets is really sweet. And moreover, I've learned a lot of things from everybody's speeches. For example, Akshat, the voice modulation was really good. And the way people cover the stage and the way they maintain the lines and all. I know it's really tough to be at the center of attraction and yet maintain the distance and be aware of everything that's happening. So it's really nice, and I am hoping to be a part of this club. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priya. We must acknowledge you're so observant to observe everything that unfolded on the stage. You're already on the right track. Welcome to Bangalore as well as welcome to Bright Hearts. We'll look forward to people like Priya, Akshat and all the other guests who came by to keep coming to our meetings. We meet every Sunday at 4 p.m. at the same place. Before we move on, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of Toastmasters from across clubs who've been so kind to grace our meeting with their presence today. We have two individuals from Electronic City Toastmasters in Distinguished Toastmasters Sudesh OP and Toastmaster Kavina Elavarasan. We also have Toastmaster Pranay Sagar, Toastmaster Srinidhi Joshi and Toastmaster Siddharth Bansal from Eloquence Elixir Toastmasters. I was thinking, where did Siddharth vanish suddenly? But thank you so much for being here. We have Toastmaster Maria Merchant from BTM Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Maria. Toastmaster Tarun from ABBS Toastmasters. Thank you, Tarun. Toastmaster Vasundhara Shukla from Pure Storage Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Vasundhara. Right, and then a few other Toastmasters whom we often forget that they come from another club, but we should absolutely acknowledge their presence. So, in order, we have Toastmaster Ashrama Jain, Toastmaster Charvi Doot, Toastmaster Selvam Francis, Toastmaster Bhupen Engle, Toastmaster Chandrima Dharamraj, and that's it. Anybody else? From HSR Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's incredible the amount of support we've got for this very milestone of ours. First of its kind, the longest ever speech marathon with 8 wonderful speeches. As I now announce the winners, I'd like to take a moment to just acknowledge everybody who participated. So starting off from Neville, I will definitely, whether ring the bell or ring the phone bell, call up people that I've missed out on calling all these days. Soumya, Gangtok is equally close to my heart, but I've paid a visit the next time I go there. Then we had brilliant other speeches in the form of Ruchi. Happy birthday once more. I hope the cyclones made you more grateful. Akshay, I'm not sure I fully acknowledge. Go with a man to buy a technology gadget. You know who's more complex. But a brilliant speech, and we'll gracefully take that we are more human. Ashwin, that was so, where is, there you go. So Ashwin, I cheer the loudest for myself all the time, but your speech will remind me of that. And then we also had, let me just find out, in Vishnu, telling us about how our parents feel proud. I'm never going to crib again, Vishnu. Roful, you're the kindest man I have met, but your speech will remind me to be kind all the time. And then not to miss out on... there you go. Arna, I'm not sure I can launch a rocket with a boy again, but then I'm going to create memories that last forever. So on that note, and hope you've learned a lot from all our evaluators today in Ashrama, Charvi, Bhupen, Mani, Siddharth, Srinidhi, Selvam, And yes, Sudesh, I was thinking where did he go? Right, all right. So on that note, let's quickly, we had 2 categories of winners. We had a winner chosen from voting, which is the popular choice. And then we also had the winners who were judged to be the winners. Starting off with the evaluation contest and the popular choice. As per the popular choice, the winner for the evaluation, the first place is always second. So that is why the first runner-up for the evaluation contest as per popular choice vote is Srinidhi Joshi. Many congratulations. Oh. You got to stay on. Right. So Srinidhi, I'm sure Rauful benefited hugely from that. Thank you for that. And the absolute winner for the popular choice best evaluator goes to Bhupen Engele. Bhupen, so tall, I don't even fit into frame. But thank you, Bhupen. Right, we're going to move on to the judge's choice. Before that, I'd like to say there are no disqualifications at all. What a brilliant contest. But before we declare those winners, I'd like to call out our Chief Judge, Chandrama Dhanraj, on the stage. Yeah. Right, okay. So, the first runner-up as per the judge's choice is again the person who gave all those feedback to Vishnu in Bhupen Engele. And the winner by the judge's choice best evaluator is Toastmaster Mani Kumar. Well done. Mani, I'm sure Akshay is going to pick up some of all those antiques that you gave in that evaluation. Let's take a quick group picture. Bhupen, wherever you stand, the picture starts from there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Many congratulations. Chandrama, just place. I always need Chandrama's help. Right. So, the next up we have the prepared speeches. Again, very happy to announce that there are no disqualifications at all. So well done, everyone. But what I'm extremely proud to announce today as a Toastmaster more than anything is I've often stepped out of contests with people telling, oh, I didn't like that judgment at all. But today looks like the judges, the audience, everybody is completely aligned. Because we have the same winner and first runner-up in both popular choice and judge's choice. I'm so proud of what happened here today. Chandrama and team, very well done, and well done to everybody who voted. So starting up with the first runner-up as per judge's choice as well as per popular choice, somebody whose partner is going to give a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Ruchi Jain. Right, and the winner of the prepared speech, both per judge's choice and as per popular choice, is a man who always needs a woman to make smart decisions, Toastmaster Akshay Abraham. Group picture. Squeeze in. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great deal, wasn't it? Right, I thoroughly enjoyed Elevate 8. We look forward to many more such speech marathons because I think it was a very productive one. On that note, two quick announcements. Next week's meeting, which is 15th December's meeting, is going to be an online-only meeting. So we'll all join in on Sunday at 4 p.m. for a regular meeting over Zoom. So if you come to Urban Vault, be my guest, but we are only meeting online. And for all the Bright Hearts in the house, for all the guests who've joined us, and from members from across clubs, if you haven't attended a Bright Fest yet, you're definitely missing something in life. So if you want to have a lot of fun on a Sunday evening, please join us for our next Bright Fest on 29th December. Right. So 2024 has been an extremely special year for us because we charted Bright Hearts. So we want to say thank you to 2024 and welcome 2025 in style. We are going to have a fun-filled Bright Fest on 29th December. More details coming your way shortly. On that note, I hereby close meeting number 11 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters.